Hi guys, it's Drifts and Lifts here.
What's up, guys? So I'm just at Post Haste Performance here, where I did the motor swap on the black wagon. So as you can see, that is a license plate on the black wagon, and that is from Goldie. So I just transferred the insurance over onto the black wagon. I've actually found a name for the black wagon, just so you guys know. I went with Gordon, because that was the previous owner's name, and he was the guy who owned this car for, 20 plus years. So I figured it'd be, pay respect to Gordon for having this thing. And I think every time I get a new Volvo, I'm just going to name it after the previous owner. So this one's Gordon the BBW, because the big black wagon, right? So anyways, just started up the new motor, and it actually runs flawlessly. I'm super stoked because, doing a motor swap, sometimes you'll forget things and things can go a little bit wrong, but it seems like everything went together perfectly. One little problem, the coolant line off the turbo, just right there. That was the wrong washer, the wrong copper washer that I put in accidentally. So as you can see, it's leaking coolant really bad. That's not a big deal though. I have some of those at my house, so I can deal with that right when I get home. So yeah, this thing's ready to go. So in today's episode, I'm gonna, Sid, my girlfriend's going to work, so I have a bit of time to kill before the gym. So what I'm gonna do is go over to Turbo Scott's house, and I'm gonna cut the springs on this thing, because looking at it with this ride height, it's just pitiful. Like, it looks like I'm wanting to go on like a mud bog journey or something. And that's not really the style I'm going for. I want more of a lowered gangster looking style. So maybe if I get around to it, I'm gonna cut the springs first, and yeah, if I get around to it, I might be able to roll the fenders out a little bit and put the cool wheels on it too. So then this thing can actually look really stoked. Yeah, maybe what I could not do this time is crank the boost up too far, because I definitely want to avoid that. I don't want to blow up this motor, because this is the last red block, the spare red block that I had, so I don't have any more. If I blow up another motor, I have to go to a junkyard and pull another one out of some random car that I don't know. At least I knew that this motor was good, and it even sounds really nice. Here, I'll start it up for you guys right now. That sounds a lot better than the last one. If you guys remember when I first did the startup on the on this wagon, when I had the original motor in it, you could hear some crazy piston slap. This motor sounds really healthy, so that's really good to know. I'm not going to have any worries with that. Last time I compression tested this motor, it was 155 across the board, which a brand new red block should read that, so this thing's good to go. Anyway, so what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna drive this home. I'm gonna fix that coolant leak, and then I'm gonna drive it over to Scott's house, and we're gonna get to the modding process. So I'm gonna cut the springs and hopefully get some cool wheels on it today with the spacers. So I hope you guys like the video. All right guys, so we're cruising the wagon home right now, and this motor seems to run pretty good. I'll give you guys a bit of a pull here. It's running stock boost right now, so it's nothing crazy. I think this wastegate's opening at like 6 or 7 pounds, but here's first. Pretty respectable. It's not slow. It goes pretty good. So yeah, I can't rip it too hard. I got a pretty bad coolant leak right now, so I'll go fix that. Then we'll be all good. Okay, we just got back to my house, and so I fixed the coolant leak. It was just the banjo bolt on the inside of the turbo. Come on, camera. Yeah, so it was this banjo bolt right here. I think the reason was I just put the wrong size crush washers in it. So the copper washers I put in, it's all I had laying around during the swap. The turbo that I had on the old motor had a little bit bigger fittings, so I kind of just got lazy and I just tried to use those. Definitely didn't work, it leaked really bad. So now it's not leaking. I got the right size crush washers in there. that's all good. I also deleted the idle air control valve. Yeah, they always fail on me anyways. Like, I've had a bunch of idle air control valves fail. So what I do is I just delete them and I put these bypass caps, one over there and one down on the nipple on the intake manifold. So yeah, this thing is good to go. What else do I got? Oh, I also I put another sensor underneath in the head, sorry. So that's just the coolant temp sensor for the gauge. It's not the actual one that the ECU reads from. So now I actually have you know, a temperature reading on my dash. So that's good. Poor Goldie, hey? Look at this car. It's like, no, I want you to plow me in the asshole. No, but sorry, I'll get to you another time, Goldie. We'll be back. We'll do things together some other time. For now, I'm gonna cheat on you with the wagon here. Yeah, so I took all the wheels off, the dope wheels off Goldie there. So they're just in the back right now. Man, this wagon got like so dirty sitting at Dan's. I think it had a bunch of dust all over it and then it like rained a little bit. So yeah, I got all the Boyd Coddington 5-star wheels. Gonna put those on the wagon today, and all the spacers are there as well. So what I'm gonna do right now is head over to Scott's house. I don't really want to be banging fenders in here because it's my townhouse complex and people get pretty pissed off. It's already around dinner time too. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to Scott's and start banging some fenders. So I know I say I'm gonna keep this thing clean and I'm not gonna hagger the fenders too bad. But honestly, I got to do whatever it takes to fit those wheels because they're super wide. But honestly, what I can do is I can roll out the fenders. You know, at first they'll be a little bit bent and the paint will chip off and stuff. But then I think for a nice clean finish, I'll actually Bondo it and then like repaint it and make it actually look good. Make it as if the factory kind of had rolled fenders already. I'll get to that. That's my plan. I want to keep this wagon really clean. So yeah, that's what I'll do. There's no other way around it. I kind of have to bang the fenders or else I'm going to rub tires so hard. So yeah, we're going to do some spring cutting and some fender rolling. Two of my favorite things. Now, one day I'll get coilovers when the money's right. Yeah, because coilovers aren't exactly cheap. To get a good set, I wouldn't want to cheap out on them. I'd probably want to go with something like pretty good quality, BC Racing, something like that. So I'll be paying, you know, probably $1,000 kind of thing, Canadian. Especially because we got to order them from the States and our Canadian dollar isn't very good right now. So yes, I think we're ready to go. That's it. I'll see you guys at Scott's house. Alright guys, so we are at Cole and Scott's now. I just cut 2 springs out of the front. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now, and then if I want to go lower after, I can. I don't think it's necessary quite yet to go, you know, 3 springs. The reason being is I really liked how the A tractor felt as far as handling wise, and I only cut 2 springs out of the front of that car. So I'm gonna leave it like that, and then down the road if I want to look lower I can cut more out. In the rear I'll probably go 2.5 or 3, probably closer to 3. So and always remember, if you're cutting that much out of the rear, you got to do the center support bearing mod. So I have another video that I'll include right here. So yeah, I malleted the fender in the front. As you guys can see, it's coming out a little bit compared to this side. Yeah, that side has nothing done yet. So I'm just getting to cutting the spring on this side, and honestly, like, this is a really it doesn't take long. The only thing that takes long about this process is malleting and rolling the rear fenders because they're so thick and it's double plated. So you really got to put some effort into it. But yeah, I'll get Scott to film a bit when I do that, and yeah, I'm stoked to see what this thing looks like on the ground. Okay, cut spring round 2. Hopefully I don't die. I'm gonna keep my legs out of the line of fire. So we're gonna go right about here. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So then, you guys have seen this on my other video if you've been watching the channel for a while, but now all you do is you cut the spring that you just cut out. It's pretty ghetto. So I'm gonna go right here. go. And then once you're done that, you kind of just jimmy them around and you can kind of get them out like that. Okay, so both springs are cut in the front. So I dropped it on 2 and it was still really high, so I went 2.5, and I think this is where I'm gonna like it. It has quite a bit of wheel gap still, but that's mainly another reason for that is because the wheel is actually so small. Like, they're only 15s and they're pretty low profile tires on them. So if I went with a bigger wheel, it would obviously fill that out a bit. So yeah, 2.5 in the front, I'm happy with that. So now I'm gonna go on to the rear where things get more difficult with the Fender roller mallet. Yeah, wish me luck. All right, so we're just on the ground here. So yeah, in the back here, I'm gonna cut 3 springs out to go along with the 2.5 in the front. 3 in the rear will give it a pretty even ride height, front and rear. So we're gonna count up. Here's where the spring starts, right down in there. That's part of it. So cutting 1 coil off would technically be right here, and then 2 coils would be right here, and then 3 coils will be right around here. So we're just gonna stuff the grinder in and have a bit of fun. And just like that. So if you look here, this one just falls right out. And when you go down, all you got to make sure is that the seat, or the spring seat's like right in here, this little lip right there. So usually it does by itself, but sometimes you got to guide it just back a little bit. So yeah, there we go. We got the springs. Now I'm going to roll the fenders in the rear. Here comes the fun part. Okay, so what I make sure I do first actually is take a screwdriver and you clean out the fender lip, because when you're rolling it upwards, you don't want it to be pinching a bunch of dirt. So yeah, just clean it out a little bit before you do this. Just run it back and forth. Good to have gloves because you could cut yourself on this, which I have really, really bad one time. Sliced it open, just going like that. She was all good though. Okay, let's do it up.
What I'm gonna do.
Okay, see, I'm huffing and puffing a little bit here because that was actually quite a workout. Yeah, so that's what they look like. I apologize, guys. I know the paint does not look good now. So trust me, I'm gonna eventually, once I get around to it, I'll you know, do this properly, smooth it out with some Bondo potentially, and then paint over it with another black gloss paint. It'll make it nice and smooth, make it look pretty good instead of all haggard. So yeah, I'm ready to put the wheels on. I'm really stoked to see what it looks like all sat on the ground. Oh my god, it's gonna look incredible. And there you have it, guys. That is the final production. Oh man, that looks really, really good. I'm super stoked how that turned out. These wheels make this thing look so sporty. Look at it, me and Cole have the white and black wagons now. So we'll do white and black wagon tandems. Gordon and I guess he bought it off our buddy named Alex, so Cole's car's name is Alex. All right, so that's a wrap up of the video there, guys. Soon to come, lots of street drifting videos with this thing, and you know, maybe maybe I'll take it to the Agassiz event and do a couple skids in it. Depends how it pans out. We'll see over the next, you know, week or so, daily driving it, how it holds up. So, all right, guys, make sure to check out the Drifts and Lifts store very soon. I know you guys have seen the Volvo Drift Ale shirts, so you know, with the truck. So thanks to all who have bought one of those. I'm still waiting for mine to come in. I'm super stoked about it. So me and Davis figured we'd add another type of beer to the Drifts and Lifts Volvo beer collection. So the Volvo Drift Ale, and now we have a Volvo Drift Lager coming out. So it's gonna have a picture of Goldie. Here's a preview of it right here. And then yeah, so that one is pretty sick. It's got the flames coming out the hood. So those are going to be up for sale on the Drifts and Lifts store really soon here, probably in a couple days now. I'll let you guys know. I'll make a video of it when it does come out. So yeah, that's I guess that's it for the video. Like and subscribe for long black Volvos. Oh yeah, peace out.